Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to get started on the Curly Girl method. So I have type 2B to 3A hair. So my hair is sort of wavy with some curls. So I'm sort of a wavy girl rather than a curly girl. So just bear that in mind of things I tell you, what I do, but this is how to generally get started. So I've been going for about a year now on the Curly Girl method. It's been a year ago since I got my first Curly Girl haircut and really started looking into different products. And what I'd say is it's a massive learning curve and trying things. What works for me might not work for you and vice versa. There's techniques, there's products, but I'm just going to talk you through the sort of bare basics to get you started. So number one, ditch the sulfate. So sulfate is basically like soap that's in all your shampoos unless they're sulfate free, and that just it cleans your hair basically, but then it will just strip all the natural oils off your hair. I went sulfate free a few years ago because I was getting a really dry, itchy scalp. It immediately went when I gave up sulfates. So that's the number one step I would say to start off with. Number two, giving up silicons. So silicons are substances that coat your hair. They make it look really nice and shiny and smooth. They give it that kind of smooth feeling. When you've got a really creamy conditioner and your hands glide through it, they tend to be silicons that do that. And what it does, it coats the hair and it will stop moisture getting in, but it will make the cuticle smooth. So it feels softer, but over time it will start to dry your hair out, and that happened to me. So I was sulfate free, I didn't use heat on my hair, but my hair was still drying out at the ends and I had to keep having it cut off. As soon as I gave up silicons, it got better. The third thing is to decide if you are going to do low poo or co-washing. So we're giving up sulfates, so you've got options to use a sulfate free shampoo known as a low poo, or co-washing, which is washing your hair with conditioner, which I'd say the majority of Curly Girl method people do. I do a mixture of both. Wavy hair girls tend to be able to take a low sulfate or sulfate free shampoo more than people with a higher curl volume that need more moisture. So what I personally do is I wash my hair once to twice a week. If I wash it twice, once will be with a sulfate free shampoo and the other will be a co-wash. So I'm going to go through some of the lingo now. So SOTC, you'll see that in a lot of the forums on Instagram, Facebook, things like that. That means scrunch out the crunch. So you'll put a gel on your hair, you'll let it dry. If you look at any of my videos, I'll put some up here. I just look like I've got seaweed hair, and then you go through and you scrunch your hair and it takes the cast off, which is containing your curl, and then you should be left with some soft curls. So squish to condition. Now this is a way of rinsing out your conditioner whilst leaving some in. So what you do is I turn my shower really low. So I've done this morning actually when I wash my hair. I just drizzle it over and scrunch my hair, sort of cup it as I'm rinsing out the conditioner, so I'm not rinsing it all out. But you can take handfuls of water and more like squish the water into your hair, which will push the conditioner into your hair cuticle, but will also let some of it stay in and then rinse them out, like the excess out. So that is squish to condition. Raking is raking the product through. So when your hair's wet and you'll rake your products through. I don't always do this. I sometimes do, I sometimes don't. It depends on what I want for my hair that day. So I didn't rake today. I smoothed and scrunched my products in. So I've got a curl cream in and a enhancing curl gel, topped with another gel in today actually, but it hasn't gone as curly as normal. But this is air dried, so that makes a big difference as well. Plopping is what you do with your hair after you've washed it to get out excess moisture. You can use a microfiber turban for this, or you could use a t-shirt. So basically what you do is you take all your hair forward and you plop it onto your t-shirt or your hair turban, and it will just keep the hair kind of pressed against your head to encourage curl and not stretch it out. So it's a little bit easier now to do the Curly Girl method. It used to be so expensive that you could only use certain brand products. I'm going to name some low poos that I've used. So the Naughty Hair Care range, that's available in Superdrug and online. That one's really good. Shea Moisture, their Hiccupus line, I'll put a picture in here. It's in my first Curly Girl video. I've used Flora and Curl. I've got a video on that one. I find that's a nice deep cleansing. It doesn't feel dry, but it feels like it gets everything out of your hair. I've just started using Only Curls and I really like it. I love the shampoo. It feels so conditioning and cleansing, but doesn't leave a build up or your hair stripped. I can't even explain, but I really like it. These are the ones that I actually really like. So the As I Am Coconut Co-Wash is really nice. That's nice and moisturising. It can be a little bit heavy for some people's hair, but it suits mine fine. It's really easy to use. If I want to be quick in the shower, that's the one I use. I really like that one. The tub lasts you a long time as well. The Wilko's Happy Hair Conditioner is about 90p for about 500 mils. That one's really nice. I was actually quite shocked how conditioned my hair felt from it. The Superdrug extracts are really nice as well. I've used the raspberry one and I think the avocado one. I love the raspberry one. That's a really nice conditioning conditioner, and I'll leave some in as a leave-in as well, and it works really well that weighing down my hair. And then the Tesco, I think it's the Pro Vitamin one. I'll put a picture in. It is in my budget videos. That's got a raspberry one as well. That one's really nice, and they do an awesome deep conditioner as well, and they are like £2 a bottle. Gels that I use, so I'm just naming the ones I like the most, that I reach for, that I'd repurchase. So the Umberto Giovanni Scrunch and Jelly, yeah, everybody knows that one. That one's really good. I use that one a lot. I know if I want a good curl and I can put loads in and get lots of bounce, and it will scrunch out nicely and not leave like too much residue, and I can refresh really well with that, and I'll talk about refresh in a second. The Wilkinson's gel is really nice as well, works really well, nice and simple. I think it cost me about 50p. That one's a good one. And then the Only Curls Curl Enhancing Gel. Now I like this one. You don't get so much of a strong hold and crunch like you do from the Wilkinson's and the Umberto Giovanni one, but it's still nice, but it just gives a lot more moisture. Leave-in / curl creams. So sometimes I'll use the same conditioner that I've used. I'll just water it down a little bit or just scrunch a little bit in the ends. But the ones that are separate, the Only Curls leave-in is a nice one. Well, it's not leave-in, sorry, it's a curl cream. That one's nice, really moisturising, but light at the same time, so not too heavy. Then the Naughty leave-in is really nice as well. Those are my two favourites. I have used some from Trepadora, but Trepadora is a little bit too heavy for my hair type. It's a great product line, but for my hair type, it's not really suitable. So then you might want to go for some clips. Again, look through my video. When you're drying your hair, you just clip the roots up and it stops it going flat. I've clipped mine today, which has helped. I haven't put so many over here, which you can see my hair just flattens against my head. If you have got wavy hair, that tends to be quite a thing, so get yourself some clips because they are fab. Another thing you might use is a hair buff. I'll link a video below and a picture that they just keep all your hair off your face, and they help with your hair pineapple, which I'll go into now. So pineapple in your hair, you'll throw it forward, you'll pop it on top of your head, and that keeps the curls away from you. My hair's still a little bit too short to get all my hair up into it. This keeps it off your face, it keeps your curls intact. If you put the buff on as well, it will just push up all your hair to keep it nice, especially if it's a bit shorter like mine. I love pineapple in my hair every night because day 2 and day 3 I have masses of volume in my hair, and it's just great. You also, oh, here are my clips. So you clip, lifting up just at the root whilst your hair dries. I've got a couple here. I thought I did. Like so, and you just leave it to dry. So I left mine in for about half an hour today. And then I use these hairbands, so the sort of springy ones that don't cause any damage. My pineapple in my hair, just going forward, right on top of my hair. These don't leave any dents, so don't upset the curl pattern either. So refreshing your hair. So basically, once you've slept, regardless of what you do, your curl pattern is going to be affected a little bit. So there's many ways to refresh your hair. What I personally do is put some water in my hands, and I'll use the gel or the conditioner that I've used, like the curl cream that I've used, and just make a really kind of watered down version, and I smooth over my hair and then scrunch back in. For me, that's all I need to do. So I just use a little bit of water, mainly gel, smooth it over the top and scrunch up, and then just leave it to dry again. So other things you might one is a diffuser as well on your hairdryer. It depends if you blow dry your hair or not. I tend not to today because it's really cold. I diffused for about 5 minutes just to, you know, get the main wet out of it, and then I just left it. But if I want really big curls, then I do diffuse it, and you'll see in my Only Curls London review video that my hair was pretty big from diffusing. There's loads of other things you can look into. I'd start with that as your basics, so avoiding sulfates and silicons. Try to get in the habit of deep conditioning weekly. I don't. It's something I need to get into because that really does kind of make your hair really nice and soft and lovely, basically. Try products. Again, if you've got like a lighter curl like me, you might only want to use gel and not a curl cream as well. I tend to mainly get the best results from just using a gel, so co-wash and then gel. For me that works perfectly, but I like having nice moisturised hair, so I tend to do a cream or leave-in conditioner plus my gel. So that is kind of how to get started. You can then, once you've found the products that work for your hair, you can then look into finding out the porosity of your hair, looking into rice water rinses, things like that. I'm going to do my first, I haven't actually done one yet, rice water rinse next week, so I'm going to film that and show you the before and after videos of that. So hopefully that has been a help to you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.